Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're talking about Omnissa Horizon. That's the tech that basically untethers your work computer from your desk and lets it follow you, well, pretty much anywhere in the world. Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll cover the big idea, your desktop in the cloud. Then we'll get into the 5 key players that make it all happen. After that, we'll look at where it all lives, the deployment options. And finally, we'll wrap up with the Horizon Advantage, why this all matters. All right, first things first, let's really get our heads around this big idea. I mean, what are we actually talking about when we say a virtual desktop? So just imagine this for a second. Your entire work computer, I'm talking every single piece of software, every file, every little custom shortcut you've made, just there, accessible. It doesn't matter if you're on your laptop at a coffee shop, your tablet on a train, or even your home PC. It's your exact office desktop, and this is key, with all the security you'd expect behind a corporate firewall. The tech that makes all this magic happen, it's called Virtual Desktop Infrastructure, or VDI for short. Think of it as the engine behind this whole revolution in how we work. And Omnissa, Horizon, it's right at the front, one of the leading platforms in this whole space. So here's the crucial takeaway. Your desktop experience, it's not tied to that physical hunk of metal sitting on your desk anymore. Instead, it's living securely inside a company's data center or up in the cloud, basically just waiting to be streamed to you, kind of like Netflix, but for your entire computer. Now, this technology has been around for a bit, and it's got a history. If the name Horizon sounds familiar, you might have known it as VMware Horizon. Back in 2024, there was a big business change, and it got a new name, Omnissa. But here's what you really need to know. Underneath that new name, the powerful, trusted core technology, that's all still the same. Okay, so how does Horizon actually pull this off and make it feel so seamless? Well, the best way to think about it is like a team of 5 super specialized components all working together in perfect harmony. So let's meet the team, shall we? We've got the connection server, the Blast Extreme protocol, the unified access gateway, app volumes, and the dynamic environment manager. We're going to walk through what each of these key players does to bring that virtual desktop to you. First up, we have the connection server. You can seriously think of this as the brains of the whole operation. The moment you go to log in, it's the component that checks who you are. It's like an air traffic controller for your desktop, making sure your connection gets guided to the exact virtual machine or application you're supposed to have. Okay, next is the Blast Extreme protocol. The Netflix for your desktop analogy I used earlier, this is the tech that makes it happen. It's all about making sure what you see on your screen is always crystal clear, smooth, and super responsive. And the extreme part? It's because it intelligently adapts to whatever network you're on, whether you've got super fast fiber or, that sketchy coffee shop Wi-Fi. Then for security, you've got the Unified Access Gateway, or UAG. I love this analogy. It's basically the secure bouncer for the whole system. It stands at the front door, letting you connect safely from anywhere out there on the internet, while making absolutely sure the company's internal network stays protected. And the best part? It does this without you having to mess with a clunky traditional VPN. All right, next up is app volumes. And honestly, this is a huge game changer, especially for the IT folks. Think about it. Instead of installing apps one by one on every computer, which takes forever, App Volumes lets them deliver apps to you instantly. It's kind of like snapping virtual Lego bricks right onto your desktop, exactly when you need them and taking them away when you don't. And finally, the 5th player, the one that ties it all together, the Dynamic Environment Manager, or DEM. This thing is basically your personal assistant. It remembers everything about your setup, your desktop wallpaper, your weird printer settings, all your shortcuts. And it makes sure that no matter what device you log in from, your environment looks and feels exactly the way you left it. It's what gives you that consistent, this is my desktop feeling every single time. Okay, so now we know how it works. The next big question is, where does this whole system actually live? Where does it run? And this really gets to one of Horizon's biggest strengths, its flexibility. You've got options. An organization can run it right in their own data center, that's called on-premises, for total control, or they can go the cloud route, using it as a service from a provider like Azure or AWS. That's great for scaling up and down. And then there's the hybrid model, where you can actually mix and match, managing both your on-prem and your cloud stuff from one single place. Super flexible. Okay, so let's zoom out. We've seen the big idea, we've met the 5 key players. So what's the big advantage here? Why does all this matter in the real world? Well, here's the bottom line. For the company, it's all about centralized management. IT can handle thousands of desktops from just one screen. Plus, it's a huge security boost since your data never actually leaves their secure data center. It stays put. And for you, the person actually using it, it's about total flexibility. It's the freedom to have your consistent, powerful, personal desktop with you on any device, anywhere you happen to be. When you really think about it, this tech completely challenges the old idea of a physical PC that's chained to a desk. It flips the whole script, shifting the focus from the device to the user. And that leaves us with a pretty big question to ponder. In a future where your desktop can literally be anywhere, do we even need a physical desk at all?